one's gonna be crazy. Yay, got the door wide open. Happy Friday. I'm finally here with my telehandler. What I wanted to do today is grab the scale. I'm over in the finishing barn. A lot of you guys ask, how do your bottle babies compare to the ones that are left with their mom as for weaning weights? And the problem with my bottle babies, I wean them at a different time versus the ones that are left with mom. So the lambs that stay with their mom get weaned at 8 weeks, and the bottle babies get weaned at like 40 days, 35 to 40 days. So I thought, just for curiosity, I was gonna throw them on the scale. I'll see if Carissa's still here. If she's not here, I'll grab Jess and we'll put them on the scale. I'm just curious too, because I usually don't get a weight on them until they've been weaned for 4 weeks. By the time I usually get a weight on those bottle babies. So it's a big enough sample that it'd be nice to finally get a good feel for how these bottle babies do on that machine. I just missed Carissa, she just left, so I'm waiting for Jess to finish lunch, but I moved the scale over here. I'm gonna start with those older bottle babies. They've been weaned for 2 weeks now. 2 weeks now. And this is the pen I'd like to wean today, but I just realized she put another whole bag of milk replacer in the machine. So I think I'll take the weights today, and I might wait till Monday. We're gonna play it by ear, but I'm just gonna start on my own, I guess, and wait for Jess. Go all the way down here. It's my old one. They had to fix the right. Yay, it worked. So I'll get you to just, you can either catch them or you can put them on here. Where you're at. Or you might be able to get them right this way.
And then you pop them down there, they can't back out. Guys are big. Come here, Battle. You look like you're oh no. That's the way I feel.
Okay, and then scan it.
39 pounds.
Cool. Activities add. And then put bottle baby. There's a bottle baby if you scroll down. Yeah, right there. Yeah. Sack of potatoes. Whoa. I think I can get them in if you hit pumpkin.
44.5.
Pretty good. They're really.
Okay, 7. You guys are so big.
Or is it really big? Good?
Yep. On the biggie.
Yeah, it's really big. Holy.
51.5.
Ready? I'm gonna move the camera, please. It'll, if you scan it, it'll. I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. Twins, too.
Blue is twins. Green are quads. I think purple's triplets. Nice. Do I have 5 on that? Yay, we're done. So the first one was 39, and it was born December 8th. The second one's December 8th, and it's 44 and a half. 51 and a half, and it was born December 9th. 41 and a half, born December 8th. 43 and a half, born December 9th. This is the one that got to stay with mom, so you're the mama set.
I love all the lambs running in the back.
Are you ready?
Y'all scan or no?
Yep.
Ball. 51.
Yeah, we don't have to scan it. One of the siblings on the machine was 44 and a half. These guys have been weaned for 2 weeks, so I think it's pretty good. Okay, this one's gonna be crazy. Yay, got the door wide open. kick me in the face, little one.
Better yours than mine.
Oh, my little baby.
Adios.
Alright, oh, there's the other one. Right there. So it's about the same size. So they're probably both about 50 pounds.
You can't really tell. It's the one behind.
It's the one right there.
Right
Yeah.
there.
Right? And that's the mom. So that was a good call. That was a good call to take that one off because those ones are doing really well. I think it's a good call.
Cool beans.
While I have these guys in here and I have to do all this stuff with them anyway, I'm going to give them their vaccination like I gave the other group this week. So this is just an insurance. It's a booster shot. I gave them a clostridial vaccine about 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago maybe now. So this is just their Tapiapi.
How do we remember who we had? Oh, we got pink this time.
Bottle babies are way calmer than the other wild ones. Other side. Alright, you ready? Ready? Are you ready? Yep. Stand. Stand and I'll pink.
Yeah.
You're huge. You're huge.
Remember back in the day when ball babies actually liked us?
Big little rambling. 43. Yeah, and it's a week younger. You know. Well, I can leave you to doing that job, and I'll just keep going. And just remember to paint them.
Do it.
Yeah. Is that one heavy? Yeah, it is. Can you press me away because I was still leaning on it? There you go.
46.
That one's a young one. It's a 106.
Well, it's
So that's that far pen. Holy. You did okay. This is the one that we tubed and brought back to life, didn't we? You're my buddy. Let's see how you did. So much gentler, eh, when they're special. That's pretty good.
37.5.
You're a little one. It's a little one. That one got pneumonia, right? Like it was born with it almost.
But it's fine now?
Well, I was born with, yeah, I treated it and it kind of went away, but it's a runt. Get out of your feed! Please.
I love how slow moving you are.
You should feel how soft her wool is. It's like those,
Is it? Is it like
oh, you are so soft.
the blankets or
Yes.
Oh wow.
Isn't that awesome?
So close, guys.
The feet. Oh, this is heavy.
Yay. $46.5.
He's a big lad.
Oh my good lord.
50 pounds. You can't lift 50 pounds. Come on.
I really can't.
Jeez.
Such a big lightheaded.
We need to eat. Taylor Swift documentaries on Netflix.
I just watched Justin Bieber.
Was it good?
It was really good.
I'll watch that after. got off the machine way later, and it never really grew. It's kind of a runt. It's like light as a feather. I can look at it. 21. I'm pretty sure that's
19 actually.
oh, terrible. Okay, so a lot of people ask me, you know, if a mom dies, like, what is the age that you can get them onto a bottle or a machine if the mom dies, if anything happens? So this one was about 2 or 3 weeks old, maybe 2 weeks old when its mom died of retained placenta, what I think is retained placenta, and we grabbed these lambs right away and Carissa trained them for a whole morning, got them on the machine, but they're not thriving. Like, he's only 19 pounds. Likely it's just been surviving on creep and maybe the water, but I don't think it's ever really got on that machine very well, or just when there was more lambs put in it, maybe he just got bullied out. I'm not really sure. But it's alive, but it's not great. What's that?
Why don't you put it in with the little ones?
I can try. So Jess had a good idea just to put it in with the younger ones. I don't know if that'll make a big difference because it's probably never got on the machine. I think I'll leave her in this group just because there's no point disrupting another order. It's been with these ones for a month now, so I'm gonna leave it. Really?
I think so. Oh no, there's a tiny one. I forgot, there's small one in the pink. The long one's a 20 to a pound, I was like 22 or something like that.
No, monkey.
Right. It was. It's fine.
I like the pen. She's in that middle pen forever.
Oh, I think that's it. Ow. There you go. Wow, you're bad. Get out of here. Here. I need to clean up.
Thank you, Jess. These lambs are doing pretty good, so I'm just gonna go through. I'm gonna go through and just show you a few weights. So that's 30 and a half, 35 and a half. These are born like anywhere from the middle of December. So about December 12th was the first day I put these lambs in this pen. And then after that, they get just younger from there. So this one was born December 17th, and that was the 55 and a half. So this one's and it was a triplet. I pulled it off just because it didn't look like Mom was gonna be, she had 3 really big lambs. And I just pulled it because I just didn't think she'd be able to service it. So I think that was a good call. $46 and a half, and that was December 17th. And it's a twin. So likely something happened to Mom, but I don't know why. I likely pulled it later after I had them out of the lambing jug, and I didn't put why, which kind of makes me mad. 46 pounds, 33, 36, 21 and a half. So that's kind of a dud. There were a couple of really small ones in here. 37 and a half, 35, 46, 30 and a half, 43, 36 and a half, 51. And that was, oh, that's the one that was with its mom. So I actually have to delete this guy from the session because I don't want it. Gone. There. 25 bottle babies so far. Okay, it's question and answer time. I kind of ripped you guys off yesterday, so I'm gonna try and answer a few more today. I'm gonna answer a few about ewe lambs because I've had a couple questions about ewe lambs, and I am breeding some right now. So this pen is a whole bunch of ewe lambs that were born last March. So it's this pen and the far back corner pen way down there. So this pen's getting bred Rideau, and the back far pen are getting bred to Ile-de-France and Suffolk. They're only about 10 months old right now, just nicely. So Ray Rohan asked how do you choose which ewe lambs to keep back? Like, I know you try to keep the lambs of certain breeds, like the Rito, but from the ewe lambs of those breeds, how do you choose? So my ewe lambs right now, I haven't done a great job of really sorting. I really go by a few things. I go by breed, of course. The other thing I look at is prolificacy. So, you know, if she has the potential to have 2 and 3 as an adult, I want those ewes. So that's the other thing that I check. Feet and legs, I mean, I'm not great on actual conformation of the sheep, but you should look at conformation. You just want a sound ewe for breeding. Breed, conformation, prolificacy are kind of the 3 main things. Because I keep records, some side little things that I look at was their mom really good? Was their mom infamous for mastitis? Like, what was the mom's data on that ewe lamb that I might be keeping back? The other thing I do is I check their weight gains. So if they're not great gainers, like if they don't gain very well, I don't keep those. And on the flip side, if they gain too much, if they get away from me, I don't keep those either. So, but most of the time, those are those single ewe lambs that I don't want to keep anyway. I want to keep the multiples. So hopefully that helps. Great question. This one comes from Wade Adams. It's another replacement ewe question. Hi Sandy, can you please tell me how many replacement ewe lambs you keep every year? That's a good question, Wade. So the first few years, I probably kept anywhere from 25 to 40% replacements. I kept a lot because I was still really concentrating on culling some of the older ewes that were underperforming, the ones that had health issues, the ones from my original purchase they're older. So I wanted to really, I called hard to improve the health and the just the genetic makeup of this flock. 2016, 2017, I probably on average is probably 30% replacements. Last year, I think I was closer to about 20. I think I kept 128 ewe lambs out of like 450, so I'd have to do the math on that. I think my goal was 20 to 25% this year, and I'm actually full right now, and my flock is a fairly youthful flock. There's a few odds and sods that are quite old, like I showed you one yesterday, but for the most part, they're either the original steel ewes that I bought in 2015, or it's their daughters or their granddaughters. So we're at a good place right now. That's probably why my conceptions are up and my prolificacy is up. Like, they're just at a really good, they're not all ewe lambs, but they're not really old. Good question. Okay. You guys love Billy, and so do I. Here he is. Billy. 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 He is preoccupied. Which is good, that's what he gets paid to do. A bunch of you have asked about Billy. Most of you are actually wanting to know if I'm going to keep Billy's lambs. I will keep Billy's lambs if they're girls. The boys, I can't keep. I'm trying to keep my rams not related, so I have to bring in new rams. So unfortunately, I'm not going to keep them, but I have a funny feeling I have a few people interested in them. So Avon Knock asked, what is the story behind Billy? So the story behind Billy, I bought a whole whack of rams last December from one of my mentors, Bill McCutcheon, and he's got a purebred Rito flock. It's mostly outdoors, but he's kind of got a mix. He's got indoor and outdoor sheep. He's one of those guys that try to help new producers get into the industry, so I have a soft spot for those kind of people, the people that really try to help producers learn the business. Bill knows me so well that he had a group of rams kind of in a pen, and he had him in there, of course. He just kind of like snuck him in, and I'm like, what's his story? And he looked at me and he's like, I know you like the different ones. I have been in love with him since the day I saw him. It was love at first sight. Billy is all mine now. So I named him Billy after Bill. So he's actually Prince William, but I call him Billy because it's fun and it's easier to say. I sometimes name my sheep after their owners because it's just fun. One more question that I've been getting, I've been getting this on Instagram a lot too. The one thing about the ewe lambs, people ask me, So in my operation, people do so many different things for all different reasons. Some breeds you can start, they're sexually mature in and around 6 months, so you can start breeding them then. I actually prefer not to. So I wait. These are the youngest I will ever breed a ewe lamb under my clock. If they jump a fence or a gate, then of course accidents can happen. So the earliest is 10 months, and the latest first introduction would be about a 13-month wait. So what I have found, and I don't know, maybe some other people, some other sheep farmers can maybe comment to this. What I have found is that the later I wait, so a ewe lamb typically will give you a single for the most part. I am finding the later I wait, the more chances when they do lamb, so they're lambing either 15 months, between 15 and 18 months of age. Instead of one lamb, a lot of them are giving me 2 or more even, but I can pretty much count on 2, or maybe 1.8 would be the average, something like that. So I don't know if there's science to that. The other kind of thing that I'm finding is they're a lot quieter when they go to lamb. They're not as flighty, they're not as immature. I'm just finding upstairs they're ready. Like they're just mentally ready, they're mentally sexually mature. And they've been making really good moms. I've just been noticing my ewe lambs, it's either that or maybe I'm not as stressed. I haven't decided which is which, but yeah, the ewe lambs have been a real kind of joy the last couple years since I've been keeping my own back.